All right. Shavua Tov, everyone. This is the Motzei Shabbos Chazon. This week, Mitzvah Hashem, it's going to be Tisha B'Av, which Bli Neder we will devote more time on Monday, Mitzvah Hashem. We will speak about it. So let me just share with you the Sichos Haran. Very basic, very fundamental, very important. Sichos Haran, Sicha number Utes 19. The Rebbe says as follows. Ve'omar nichsafti me'oid. I have a great yearning. Lahamshich es ha'olam. To pull the world, to lead the world. El asiyah, to doing. What does it mean? She'echiyuv etzel kol echad ve'echad, that it should be an obligation by each person. Lilmoid kach v'kach b'chol yom v'lo yavo v'chayetz. That every person will have a quota which he learns every single day, without any ifs, ands, and buts. Unconditional. This is what I do. How much is kach v'kach? Each person the way he can. Rabbeinu said that the one thing that he has been very particular that we learn every single day is halachas. Yeah, that's Neve with the horses behind them. What can you do? He has to have his pets around. And the Rebbe said as follows. Also those people who are very, very far from the Kedusha. That are captives in a bad trap. Until they're habitually doing a veris chas v'shalom. Rachmanu litzlan, Hashem save us. Rachmanu lishzevan, Hashem should rescue us. Afal pichem, even so. Hakoyach shel haTorah gadol kol kach. The power of the Torah is so strong. The Torah can actually get them out of their affairs that they're habitually doing. If they were, the condition is, if they will make for themselves an etched in stone rule, v'chiyuv chazak, and a strong obligation and determination, a resolution, lilmod b'chol yom v'yom kach v'kach, every single day to learn whatever it is that they learn, the same thing every day, the same amount every day, at least. Let whatever may be, will be. It doesn't matter. Rabbeinu says, gives them this guarantee, bevadai yisku latzeis mitzudos maro. Bevadai, they will escape the trap. Aledei Torah. The Torah will get them out. Ki koyach Torah gadol מאוד, because the power of Torah is extremely strong. This is the first part. And he continues. V'chol ikar megamosei v'cheftzoi. The Rebbe's only goal and his will. Hayatomid rak leuvdes v'asir shel kedusha. Just do, kedusha things. Bli shum chochmas klal. Don't try to be sophisticated. Don't try to super analyze or analyze things at all. Just do. You put on tefillin, you put on tzitzis, you go to daven, you learn Torah, make brachas on food. Whatever it is that you do, just simply just do it. Just we should always be busy with holy deeds in total and utter simplicity. What does it mean? Learn as much Torah as you can. V'lasos mitzvos arbe, do a lot of mitzvahs. B'chol yom, as much as you can every single day. Ulaharbos betfilo v'tzachanunim tamid, and beg HaKadosh Baruch Hu again and again and again. V'akol b'pshitus bli shum chochmas, and all simply, naively, without any chochmas. And on top of that, Hizir me'oid, he warned very, very much to be besimcha at all times. He spoke with us a lot about that. In a simcha. Even more than that, he spoke a lot to us, Be'al Peh, and warned us again repeatedly just to be happy at all times. It's very interesting that we have this particular Sicha just before the week of Tisha B'Av. I want everybody to do. Everybody should learn every single day, so and so, that much every single day. And he said that even people who have been caught up in the bad business, that they do averos. The power of Torah is so great if a person accepts upon himself to, make it a rule. You'll learn every single thing, at least this much. The Torah will get you out of it. He says the main thing is just do deeds of Kedusha, simply. Learn a lot, do mitzvahs as much as you can, Be'er HaKadosh Baruch Hu all the time, everything simply without any chokhmas. Don't try to use any tricks, any kind of sgulos, or anything. Just do it, just simply. And be happy at all times. It's very, very easy for a person to go around feeling that he is missing the main thing. He's missing the main, what you're going on in your life, you're doing whatever it is that you do. And if you work on yourself and you make his this and you sort of like you discover in yourself that you have certain things that you just can't get out of it. or can get into it. Let's say that a person has attention deficit disorder. It's ADD. He can't learn. Or he's dyslexic. Or he doesn't have that good a head. He doesn't, or have zero patience. And all the things which are so elementary for other people, when it comes to me, are like, I just can't do it. And not only that I just can't do it, it may very well be I never will be able to do it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I have no idea. It is incredibly liberating. Is incredibly liberating if you are able to understand that this mode of thinking there's nothing wrong with it. In other words, there's nothing wrong with the fact that I can't do all those things that I think that, listen, if you don't do that, it's just like, you're setting the bar so low. Come on, that's not. Rabbeinu is taking the rug from under. I wonder if there's a way. I'm sure that there is a way to send you the document. Let's see if there's multiple. I don't know. Anyhow, I'll try to investigate this option. To look on my own, and we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to just put the file so you guys can download it and look at it when you want to look at it or whatnot. But anyhow, Rabbeinu is telling us he's telling us quite a few things here. The first thing that he says is the force of the Torah. We have a problem in, who is looking? Somebody is waiting. Hold on just 1 second. Let's see who is waiting here. Just give me 1 second. I don't know. Somebody is waiting, but I don't know who it is. Okay. Rabbeinu is telling us, listen, you're dealing with Torah. Torah is an atomic force. It's unbelievably powerful. It is so tempting to look at myself and see, look, there are things that I can't do. There are things that I do that I should not be doing. There are things that I should be doing and I can't seem to be doing. Yet, Rabbeinu says the only thing that you need to do is you need to set a certain amount of learning that you decide what it is every single day. a minimum of 2 halachas a day, whatever it is that you can do. Now, the thing is that you probably want to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it doesn't matter how you do it. You want to hear Daf Yomi from the internet? You do that. You want to learn some Mishnayos with Kehati? You do that. You want to say some, Tehillim? You do that. You want to say, Shna Mikra Targum? You do that. You want to learn, a page or half a page or whatever it is of the Zohar? You do that. You just say the word. You don't even understand what you're saying. It's okay. I mean, today there's already Zohar with translations, but it doesn't matter. The main thing is that you do Chok L'Yisrael, you could do Chok L'Breslov, whatever it is that you do. Get yourself hitched to this unstoppable force of Torah. The unstoppable force of Torah, the unstoppable force of regular learning. And the most important thing is don't judge yourself. I'm doing it, I'm not doing it, it's called doing it, it's not called doing it, it's worth, it's not worth, it's meaningful, it's not meaningful. Rabbeinu says, just totally let go of that, completely. Get yourself your minimum. That is this is your obligation. This is what you need to do every single day. You eat every day, you daven 3 times a day, this is what you learn every single day. If you hitch onto this, it'll get you from out of anything. Anything. All the bad habits. It'll get you to break addictions. It'll get you out of addictions to anything. It'll get you. The only thing that you need to do is you need to understand that it takes time. And if you see that you are learning your Torah portion every single day, and you still find yourself doing things that you really shouldn't be doing, or not doing yet things that you should be doing, don't worry about it. Just keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. There's tremendous things that the Zohar is saying. The Zohar speaks about Yosef HaTzadik, and he says that during the years, before the years of the hunger came, that Yosef had 2 sons, Menashe and Ephraim. Before the hunger years came. And the Torah learns from here that the person should not procreate during hunger years, during a famine. So the Zohar brings about this inyan that there is in the days of good being good, in the days of bad, watch out. So the Zohar Kodesh says a very fundamental chiddush, that you need to understand. Because I was asking, what is the good days, or the good years, the good era, and what is the bad era? So the Zohar says you would say maybe old age is the days of bad. The Zohar says that's not true. If a person is old and he has children who are osik b'Torah, Shema Torah mitzvahs, and he has grandchildren, it says life is great. These are great days. He says there are times in a person's life, and I mean chunks of years, that are good, and there are chunks of time that can last for years that are strife with klippas. These can be times which are very, very difficult. And you look at yourself during those times and you don't understand, what on earth am I doing? But you can't get out of it. You're arguing with everybody. It can be marital strife to the point that that's it, I'm getting up, I'm going, and just forget about the whole thing. It says, B'meh ra'a re'eh. Just watch. You have to understand, one of the biggest mistakes that people do is they put a lot of stock in the way they feel in the here and now. The truth of the matter is that a time of distress, Yemei Ra, is the worst time to make any decisions, any cardinal decisions. The worst. The point is that people feel so cornered. People can feel so distressed by what's going on within them. He says, I am in the middle of Esra. I don't understand. Up to a few years ago, everything was beautiful. Everything was, I don't know, beautiful. And suddenly, boom, it just went into this. And this is it. I really got to get out. I really, I don't know, divorce or whatever it is. It may very well be that you are just in Yemei Ra. You are in a period which is controlled, and the Kodesh Baruch Hu says, it says, and Yosef Atzadik knew that this is what's going to come. And what did he do? He stayed back. The times of distress are not time for major decisions. You're just trying to make a decision to make things easier for you, so it feels better. That's it. But you have absolutely no idea the price that there is to pay for making decision under duress, especially personal decisions. So what am I supposed to do? In the middle of Yemei Ra, what am I supposed to do? Rabbeinu says, take a certain amount of learning Torah and do it every single day. That's point number one. Point number two, do a lot of mitzvahs, Learn as much Torah as you can. Do a lot of mitzvahs, and don't run away to easy solutions. You're not going to solve your financial difficulties by borrowing money. You're not going to buy yourself shlom bayis by living high on the hog, by spending more than you can allow. You're not going to get your children to act nicely to you if you spoil them. It's not going to work. What you need to do, set a certain time, learning quantity. This is your daily dose, no matter what. Even days that you don't learn at all, this is what you do. Except, of course, Tisha B'Av, you're not allowed to learn, so you don't learn. Or whatever it is that you're allowed to learn. This is after Tisha B'Av is over, and then you learn whatever it is that you learn. You have to understand. And then Rabbeinu says, be b'simcha. Keep yourself b'simcha. And then you say, like, what do you mean keep myself b'simcha? How can I be b'simcha? Look what's going on. Look what he's doing to me. Look what she's doing to me. What are they doing to me? Look at what the whole has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. One of the hardest thing for people in our day and age to actually comprehend is that feelings are not facts. You may be feeling horrible about certain things, but it does not mean that facts are horrible. Feelings are not facts. What it means to say is your feelings are not holy. They're not sacred that you should be so careful not to have your feelings hurt. It's okay, so they got hurt. It's not nice, doesn't feel good. But it's the kapara, beseder. I'm not saying you should, go ahead and put yourself straight in that situation when you get your head chopped off. I'm not saying that. But if it so happens that your feelings are hurt, it's okay, nothing happened. Your feelings are not sacred. My feelings are not sacred. Somebody else's feelings are sacred. This, yes. My feelings are not sacred. Somebody else's feelings. Yeah, but what about them, because I'm somebody else for them? Okay, that's their business. It's not yours. I have a chiyuv to stay away from a nos dvarim, to say things that will cause people tsar. Yeah, but what about them? Well, it's their business. Yeah, but, they started, or it doesn't matter who started. You are only responsible for you. That's it. If you will learn a certain amount of Torah every single day, if you will put in as much Torah as you can beyond that, if you will do mitzvahs beyond that, and if you bear Kadosh Baruch Hu beyond that, and keep on being happy no matter what. Any kind of tsar that you might have, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu has already given it to you, it's good for you. You should daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu not to give you tsar. This, yes. Rabbeinu says in the Hisafas of the Torah, the end of Likutei Moharan, he says the person should always daven for Yisurim and should not come. He says, but once they come, a person should accept them with love because there's precious godliness inside the suffering that the person has went through. He says, once you're already gone through it, not chas v'chalila, he says, okay, bring them on. No. Should daven, should not have any surgery, only have good news and good, just no chas v'chalila, no pain, no isur, no anything. But those who already came, there's a treasure in them. The Baruch himself is in them. Take a look. The main thing is there's some times in a person's life that can be tough. Especially, the in-between periods when that challenges every single age. 20s is this, 30s is this, 40s is this, 50s is this, 60s is this, 70s is this. Each 80s, I guess, each age has its own vantage points, has its own challenges. Rabbeinu says, look, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Learn a certain amount every single day. Don't be impressed by the fact that you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing. You should be aware of that you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing. And don't take it, don't be blasé about it. Be aware of it. Talk to Kodesh Baruch Hu about it. And be happy. You learn Torah, you connect to the tzaddik, you beg HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're fine. There's such an urge for a person to say, but I'm not fine. What the heck are you talking about? I'm not fine. Look at what's going on with me. It's okay. Kadosh Baruch Hu knows what's going on with you. Everything is under control. Yeah, but I can't take it anymore. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It couldn't be worse. Oh, yes, it could. Oh, yes, it could. It could be a lot worse. If you're thinking, I don't have to take this, you're asking for a lot worse. If you're looking what's happening with your life and you say this is the best, because everything Kodesh Baruch Hu does is for the best, but in the meantime, it's painful. So you go to Kodesh Baruch Hu and you cry to him like your child is crying to you. So, it's I can't take this pain. I know it's good for me. I know that everything you're doing is right, but it's just like, I have nobody to talk to except for you. And beg him. He will listen to you. And other than that, be happy. It's fine. Because you have no idea what the disturbances and suffering and discomfort that you're going through is saving you from. It's very common when people are going through this kind of period that they act without Yeshiva Das. And they're trying to put out the fire with gasoline. People have financial difficulties, they borrow more money. People have marital problems. This is okay, let's just cut it and just go away. Whatever it is that, or they change, like, so you don't need to this, you don't need to, whatever. Rabbeinu says a very, very simple, straightforward cure-all. Latch yourself to the koyach of the Torah, the force of the Torah. What is it? A certain amount of learning every single day. How much? You decide. You know what you can do. Once you decide this is what I'm going to do, I don't know, I'm going to do Shnai Mikra Chatargum, I'm going to do maybe a few Mishnayos, I'm going to do a couple of halachas, and that's it. Fine. But this is what you do every single day, no matter what. Come rain or shine. And add on to it whatever you can on top of it. So on good days, you'll do more. On bad days, you'll do less. But what you do is you do, and you trust. You are connected to tzaddik, and things will go on. Things will go on. Things will be okay. Remember, 2 children were born to Yosef before the famine, the years of famine came. No more children afterwards during the famine years. What do you mean? It's 7 years. Actually, it was 5 because Yaakov Avinu came. But for 7 years, he had nothing to do with his wife. No. What are you talking about? Well, I'm not Yosef Atzadik. What are you talking about? You have to understand. If I'm a slave to my body, I'm a slave to that which feels good. If I'm a slave to my ego, I'm a slave to what looks good. If I'm a slave to my neshama, I'm a slave to what is the right thing to do. See if you feel that you want to make a decision because it doesn't feel good, you know whose slave you are. It's amazing the kind of problems that people can have from their children when they get their own mind, when they're becoming teenagers. And they're called youth at risk. And a person does not realize that what the children are actually telling their parents is that, you, look at me. Look at me. The only thing you're really interested in is yourself and the way you're looking in for the neighbors, your stature, your ego. You're taking me and my feelings for granted. You want to look nice for your neighbors? All right. Now your neighbors are going to talk about the fact that your kid is out in the park smoking on Shabbos. They're not bad kids. What are they actually telling you? They're telling you, look at me. They're a wake-up call for you. They're doing you the biggest favor there is. They're telling you what the remedy is. Look at me. Look at my feelings. I'm important. I'm not just that person in your life that gives you trouble or doesn't give you trouble. I'm my own person. It's a schmooze that can go on and on and on and on. But the important thing is what Rabbeinu says here. We'll take a look at it one more time again. This fundamental principle. Ve'omar nichsafti me'oid lamshich es ha'olam el ha'asiya I have a great yearning to pull the people into the realm of doing. It should be an obligation by every single person to learn that much, a certain amount every single day, come rain or shine. And he says that even people that are very far from the Kedusha, they've been captured in the bad trap of a very chas v'shalom, Rachmana litzlan, Rachmana yishzevon. Afal pichen, the Koyach of the Torah is so great, it can get them out of the affairs that they are used to, that they're addicted to. If they will make themselves a rule every single day, total resolution to learn every single day so and so, you decide what the so and so is and how much it is. He says, no matter what, come rain or shine, bevada yisku latzes mitzudosam hara, bevada they'll get out of whatever bad business they're into. Through the Torah, because the force of the Torah is the strongest force on earth. And it says, the Rebbe says the only thing he wanted is just uvdas vasir shel kedusha, just do holy things. No chochmas. Don't analyze yourself. Don't be a maven on yourself. Don't be a doctor on yourself. I'm this, I'm that, I'm good, I'm bad. Forget about it. Just do a lot of learning Torah means as much for you. And to do a lot of mitzvahs as much as you can every single day. A lot of davening as much as you can. I mean, if you can do one kapitel Tehillim, it's fantastic. You can do one pasuk Tehillim, fantastic. Maybe you can do two. That's a lot already. Whatever it is that you can. And everything simply without any chochmas. Don't be sophisticated. And he says, and be besimcha. All the time, be besimcha. Ben warned us, be besimcha. Be besimcha. Be besimcha. Because the atzvus is the golus. Sadness is the golus. Sadness is, listen, I know HaKadosh Baruch Hu is right, but I don't want to say it, but be besimcha. Be besimcha. Rabbi says, force yourself to be besimcha. Because everything is good. Torah Samach says, look at the tachlis of everything. Whatever it is that's going on in you is good for you. Otherwise, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wouldn't have given it to you. And say thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. And then, listen, it's painful. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, do me a favor. Like your child is telling me, listen, Tati, I'm hungry. Tati, I'm in pain. So tell him you're in pain. B'vakasha, no problem. But first, this is only to do in this bonus. We'll talk about allowing oneself to be in pain and in distress. B'ezrat Hashem on Monday when we talk about Tisha B'Av, and B'ezrat Hashem do some preparations for that, so we can get into it and do whatever it is and get out of it, whatever it is that we personally can, and how to, B'ezrat Hashem, to feel something on Tisha B'Av, which is the biggest challenge. That's the main galus, we don't feel anything. So, B'ezrat Hashem HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help each and every one of us learn a certain amount of Torah every single day, kach v'kach, chok v'lo yavo, and to do holy things, pashut, simple, no chochmas, don't try to, learn pshat and this and this and that. Forget about it, just go on. And ultimately, be besimcha. Things are good. You should understand that there are many, 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 many more millionaires in the world than there are breastfeeders altogether. You're part of a very, very select group. It's not a simple thing. It's not a simple thing. You may think, oh, what's a big deal about me? It's not a simple thing who you are and where you are. You have a lot to be happy about. So do I. Without Hashem, I wish each and every one of you a good vach. Without Hashem, we'll meet on Monday night. As we said, that it will be, instead of Tzipori Maisis, will be a Chana for Tisha B'Av.